realized that they only released it in the theater in the U.S. It just got dumped on the Netflix everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that really hurt their box office. I don't know if they thought it was a bad movie. I know that...
Who released it?
Paramount.
Paramount? Okay.
Paramount, yeah. But that was disappointing to hear that, because it's so good and it's such a visual movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were saying. And especially like the climax of the film with the doppelganger when they're in the lighthouse.
Yes.
Is what I think is like very 2001, where it's just really trippy.
Yes.
And very visual, but there's no dialogue. The score is awesome in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish more people had seen it and more people talked about it. And I know it came out, February? It came out early in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a beginning of the year film.
Which, that's a bummer too. I wish it was released, closer into the fall when more people might actually pay attention.
So January's not really a good year for movies, is it?
January,
February. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, January. All the new movies that are released are usually stuff that they don't have a whole lot of confidence in.
Okay.
Because you're still coming off the holidays.
Yeah.
A lot of times January is when all the movies that came out at the end of the year that were just limited release get a wider release.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people are paying attention to that. It's also award season.
Yeah.
So they're watching movies from from the previous year in January, but it's for original movies or new movies. It's usually a dumping ground.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Like a lot of really low budget horror movies or shitty comedies usually come out in January. It's not until like mid-February when they start releasing some bigger movies.
Yeah, I believe it's on Netflix now, right?
Probably because
I feel like it is.
That's who has the rights to it now.
Okay.
But I just know that Paramount released it here.
So were they...
Everywhere else was Netflix.
Were they teaming up? Was it kind of like a...
No, it was Paramount movie that I think they just dumped.
Okay.
That for some reason they had no confidence in it.
Just sold it to Netflix or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good movie. If anyone listening hasn't seen it, should really check it out.
I recommend it highly, yeah.
Especially, it ended up online since it was, dumped over in London and everywhere, so people could watch it over here online, streaming it for free, and so that hurt people going and, they didn't go see it in the theater, but that's a film that commands you to see it on the big screen.
And that's one thing one thing I hate about, there's so many people now that I don't go to the movies a lot, but when I do, they're like, oh, you want to watch the movie at my house? Like, I can stream it on this website, we can watch it, and I'm like, it just came out in theaters, don't you want to go experience this movie in the way it's supposed to be experienced? I'm not going to waste $10. You can watch it for free on my TV. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't have there's no nice, sound system. The screen's a 40-inch TV. Not to shit on anyone who has a 40-inch TV, but I'm just saying, the experience.
No, and we got into this last week when I was talking about, like, why Netflix bugs me, because there's so many movies coming out that I would love to see in the theater.
Yeah.
And that, I don't want to watch it at home on the TV, no matter how big the TV is, because it's not the size of a movie theater. And there's some movies that you need to see in the theater that are more of an experience with the good screen and good picture quality and the sound quality, and just watching a movie at home, like on the couch, it's not the same.
Yeah.
And I realize that I can say that because I can get free movies wherever I go, given my profession, but watching a movie in the theater, to me, is a lot better than
watching it at home. Yeah.
Nice. And Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Amazing.
She's awesome in this movie.
I don't think that movie gets enough credit for being a 90% female cast.
Yeah.
It's
either.
It's very progressive.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of different elements of genres and subgenres being used, with the hard sci-fi body horror.
Yeah, but it's also a good horror movie too, and it has probably what I thought was the scariest moment
Bear.
The bear.
The fucking bear, man.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
That was something that was terrifying.
Yes.
And the sound that it was making.
And how it can mimic
The sound design.
people.
The sound
my
design,
god,
yeah.
yes.
Just in the movie in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister was like, "Oh, is that movie good?" Because she wanted to go watch it. And I said, "Oh, it's amazing, and it's good sci-fi and good horror, and it has probably what I think is the scariest part that
Yes.
I've seen in a long time."
She
Yeah.
didn't like it.
She said it wasn't scary at all. She's like, "Are you talking about that part with the bear?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "That's not that scary." And I said, "It's not like a jump scare. We got into this when we talked about Hereditary. It's not about a jump scare. It's about
like
what's going to like
it's like a
haunt
build-up.
me in the dark,
Yeah.
like 3
Like
weeks,
not
from now."
knowing
half
what's
exposed.
Yeah, like bone. It's like
And then he's merging with the plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I was like, that part was terrifying.
those people. There shows like the statue. No, they weren't statues, but they were just like
They looked like hedges
hedges of like
figures.
people.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So I would agree with you, James. Annihilation. That's a movie that I highly recommend, and is probably my favorite movie of the year.
based
have
on
to
a
say so,
novel,
too.
right?
Yeah, it's based on a novel.
Yeah.
Are they doing any? Are they going to continue it?
No, I know that the novel is a trilogy,
It's just a one-off.
but I know that Alex Garland said that he was just doing the first one, and he wasn't even really going to follow the book
to the T.
to the T. He was just kind of, this was his interpretation of the book, because I think when he got his hands on it, it wasn't published yet. I think it was still a manuscript. And he said, "I'm going to read it," and he talked to the author.
Pulled stuff, inspiration.
Yeah, and just said, "This is my interpretation of the manuscript."
Okay.
And I have no intentions of making the trilogy. I just want to do this as a standalone, and it's a good standalone because it does end on kind of an ambiguous note, which I don't need 2 other movies to tell me like what happened after that.
True.
Yeah.
It ends on a very good scene.
Check out Annihilation. I think it's you can probably pick up the Blu-ray for $10
Yeah, I think it's pretty cheap now,
I think I got it for about 10.
which is crazy.
already.
Yeah, already $10.
What's next, guys?
Wesley,
You got to pick.
is there something that really stood out to you, or was Annihilation it?
Fuck. Well, that's a big one.
I mean, I know that we got like a list of movies that we know we've all discussed prior to recording.
So, since we're going into kind of the more obscure stuff, let me give a shout out to You Were Never Really Here.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Yeah,
With,
Did you watch that, James?
I did.
You okay?
Yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah.
It's you can stream it right now on Prime, I believe, if you
Yeah, you
have
can.
Amazon Prime.
Good Johnny Greenwood score.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I got that on vinyl.
I remember you saying that.
Very, very dark, gripping stuff.
Yeah.
But that was one I think I watched on your recommendation. I think I saw a trailer and wanted to see it. And you had seen it in Los Angeles, right? At the ArcLight?
Yeah, I got to see the premiere or whatever.
And you told me to check it out, and I was able to catch it like the week or 2 after that.
Is that when you got to see all the there was like props
Yeah,
and
There
stuff?
was they had
The
like
hammer.
in the lobby.
All in
awesome.
the under the glass. I have pictures of all that stuff. It's
I remember seeing the videos on your Instagram.
Yeah, I was stoked.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
to
really
be
cool.
in town, to be in the city when that movie was playing and being able to see it in the big,
Yeah,
it was something special, man.
And it's a good performance from Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, because he's for a while he was just doing kind of not bad stuff, but how do you say, supporting actor type roles. So it was fun to see him kind of dive into something that we really haven't seen him done, and at least in a really long time.
yeah.
And it's very Drive-esque, which of
Yeah,
course,
yes.
With the hammer.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
not love that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was kind of cool because he did this thing and he kind of got himself into something bigger
Yeah,
by accident.
yeah. As an accent,
Yeah.
the whole thing was just like, oh shit. Now they're these guys. Yeah,
But that was one I really enjoyed, so thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you
That was
for
an awesome one.
listening to me.
yeah.
That's always awesome.
I think I actually had after I finished it, I actually texted you.
We had a big conversation.
A little Twitter, not Twitter, text conversation.
People's theories were making him second guess the film and saying that he didn't really like it as much as he thought. And
James, that was you. You were saying you didn't like it as much. Or?
Yeah, but because I was like, I was
overthinking.
After I had watched the movie, I was like, oh, like I want to see what other people thought. And then I was watching like YouTube videos and stuff of like reviews and whatever, and what they were saying about the movie was like starting to confuse me. And I was like, wait, did they watch the same movie I watched? And like, and then I was like, yeah, Wes, I'm confused. Like, so did this? Like, so what happened? Like, is this what happened? And he was like, no. Like, what the fuck are those people talking about? Like,
well, there was this one thing that I can remember. There was a theory that supposedly, you remember, I don't know if I can say it without killing a big plot point.
Spoiler alert for this movie. Skip ahead a couple minutes.
It came out a while ago.
Okay, well, when something happens to his mom.
Yeah.
And somebody on YouTube was saying that.
Oh, they're saying that because when she was watching Psycho, and then they were saying that
that those hitmen that came in and did something to his mom, that they were never really there, and that was in his imagination, and that he had killed his mom because she sexually abused him as a kid. That was a big theory, and I'm just like,
and I think it was just people reading too much, and that she was watching Psycho, and so they're like, oh, like
that was the director and giving a shout out to a cool movie, and not.
That's what I had thought at first, and then I was listening to these people talk, and I was like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. And I'm like, I'm kind of confused about the movie now. I'm like, so what, did this stuff really happen?
That really bothered me, because then it was like it
kind of ruined the movie.
Yeah, or it was letting him not. I don't know how to explain it. It was weird.
Yeah,
but no, that film is very visual, and it kind of it lays out everything for you in front of your face. You know,
it's a good, small, gritty thriller.
Yeah,
there's like not. Well, there is substance, but it's like there's not very much dialogue. It's just,
and that's what makes the movie work. Is
the security scenes, the scenes where it's just him in the security when you're seeing through the security video as he's walking through the house, taking out the guards and stuff. I thought that scene was so awesome. That was
good editing.
Yes, and he's not talking the whole time. You know, it's just him just walking up, bashing people's heads.
He doesn't really talk much.
Yeah, not really.
Here or there.
But I mean,
little grunts.
Yeah, stuff. I thought that scene was really cool.
And I remember after I watched it, I was like, wait, like when he confronts, or when the guy comes to get him in the hotel room, did he get shot in the face? Because then he's kind of like mumbling.
Yeah,
half
when
his
they
dialogue.
shoot up, it goes through, and that's why he pulls his tooth out.
Okay.
It's not very clear, but if you go back and watch it again, he gets shot. And it goes through his gum.
Okay, I didn't know if he just got like his jaw busted or if he
he gets popped in the jaw. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's why he's slurring for a while.
He's like has something in his mouth. He's got a jawbreaker. Ed and Eddie style.
Yeah, so that's.
Yeah, you were never really.
You were never really here.
Yep. Yeah. It's a good one.
James, I'm sorry, Chris.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Blind Spotting. That I don't know if you saw it, James.
Oh, I actually got it as a gift for Christmas. I haven't watched it yet.
Really?
That's a movie I actually wanted to
watch it. That was really good. That was a small release. I don't know if enough people had seen it or were talking about it, but that was one of my favorite movies of the year. That Daveed Diggs, who is so good in it as a guy that's like on his last few days of
parole, right? Yeah.
And has to be good, and his best friend is like the world's biggest fuck up.
Yeah.
And is like the one that's probably going to get him in trouble again.
That's what intrigued me so much about the movie. I mean, just reading that a little bit about that, and I was like, oh man, that sounds like a really good one.
Did you see who the cop is?
I haven't seen it.
Well, you've seen the trailer, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I saw the trailer when the movie first came out, so I don't remember. I think I've seen the trailer one time.
Ethan Embry from Devil's Candy. So I
Oh,
just
is
thought
it?
it was funny.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was ironic
Nice.
because you picked that movie. And then
You surprised that I picked that movie? Have you seen it?
Blind Spotting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And the two of them are best friends.